Look, if I gave you the exact habit that made Warren Buffett one of the richest men alive, but I told you it was boring, repetitive, and honestly kind of annoying, would you still do it? Or would you ignore it, like most people do? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. The reason you're not rich yet isn't because you don't know what to do. It's because the thing that actually works isn't exciting enough for you to stick with. See, people think Buffett got rich because he's some genius investor, or because he had insider secrets, or because he got lucky. No. Buffett himself has said this over and over again. His success comes down to one simple habit, done consistently for decades. And the crazy part? Almost nobody copies it, even though it's public knowledge. Here it is. He reinvests everything and waits. That's it. No hype, no shortcuts, no get rich quick. Just relentless patience plus reinvestment. Sounds simple, right? Yeah, that's exactly why people don't do it. So let's break it down in 13 simple patterns you need to adopt starting today. Pattern number 1, the habit is boring, and that's why it works. I gotta be honest, most people don't fail at money because they're dumb. They fail because they get bored. Think about it. You start investing. You're excited for about, 3 weeks? Then nothing happens. No dopamine, no fireworks, no instant results. So what do people do? They quit. Or worse, they start chasing faster money. Crypto hype, day trading, next big opportunity. Meanwhile, Buffett is sitting there like, yeah, I'll just keep compounding. Here's what most people don't understand. Boring is a feature, not a bug. Because boring habits are repeatable, predictable, scalable. Exciting habits? They burn out fast. Let me give you an example so you clearly understand. 2 people, same salary, same starting point. Person A invests consistently, reinvests everything, doesn't touch it. Person B invests, then withdraws, jumps between trends, tries to speed it up. Fast forward 10 years. Person A looks boring the entire time, then suddenly they're ahead by miles. But here's where it gets dangerous. Because even if you understand this, your brain is wired to sabotage it. And that leads to the next pattern. Pattern number 2. Your brain hates waiting, and that's costing you money. Let's be real. Your brain doesn't want wealth. It wants reward, right now, immediately. That's why you check your bank account constantly. You get excited over small wins. You panic when nothing happens. Your brain is addicted to short-term feedback. But wealth lives in the long term. And here's the trap. Let's say you invest $500. A week later, nothing happens. A month later, still nothing exciting. So your brain goes, this isn't working. So you pull the money out, or you move it somewhere else, or you stop entirely. Meanwhile, Buffett, he's not even looking. He's thinking in years, not days. The real shift happens because wealth isn't about making the right move once. It's about not interrupting the right move over and over again. Let that sink in. Now, this next part, this is where most people completely fall apart because it exposes the biggest lie you've been told about money. Pattern number 3. People overvalue big moves and undervalue small ones. You see it literally every single day. Everyone wants the big win, the big break, the big investment, the this changes everything moment. But Buffett didn't get rich from one move. He got rich from thousands of small, consistent, boring decisions. And here's the truth no one wants to hear. Small money decisions matter more than big ones because they happen every single day. For example, let's say you invest $200 a week. Doesn't feel like much, right? Now do that for 10 years. With compounding, that's life-changing. But most people don't do that. They wait. They hesitate. They overthink. They say, I'll start when I have more money. And that's exactly how they stay stuck. You see, Buffett started investing as a kid, not because he had money, but because he understood this one principle. Time is more powerful than amount. And that leads to something most people completely ignore. Something that quietly determines whether you ever build wealth at all. Pattern number 4. Time is doing all the heavy lifting, not you. Pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. You think you need to work harder to get rich. Wrong. You need to give your money more time to work. Here's the reality. Compounding is slow until it's not. For years, it looks like nothing is happening. Flat, boring, unimpressive. Then suddenly it explodes. So why does this matter? We'll put it like this. Most people quit right before compounding kicks in. They do the hard part, then stop before the reward. And here's the crazy part. Buffett made over 90% of his wealth after age 50. Play that back again. He wasn't just smart. He stayed in the game longer than everyone else. But staying in the game isn't just about patience. It's about avoiding something that silently destroys most people's progress. Pattern number 5, stop interrupting your own momentum. This is where people self-sabotage themselves, and not once, not twice, but constantly. They pull money out too early, panic during downturns, chase new trends, restart over and over. It's like planting a seed, then digging it up every week to check if it's growing. Here's the reality. You don't need a better strategy. You need less interference. Buffett doesn't react emotionally. He doesn't jump around. He doesn't constantly change direction. He simply stays consistent while everyone else resets. And what I'm about to show you next, this is the part almost nobody talks about. But it's the difference between people who try to build wealth and people who actually do. Pattern number 6, make your habit automatic or you'll fail. Let's be honest. If your wealth building depends on motivation, you're already in trouble because motivation is unreliable. You feel it one day, gone the next. The real strategy is you don't rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. Buffett didn't rely on discipline every day. He built a system where the default action equals investing. This looks like automatic investments, recurring deposits, set allocations, no thinking, no debating, no emotion. And it works because it removes decision fatigue. And when you remove decisions, you remove mistakes. Now here's where everything clicks together, because once you understand this next pattern, you'll realize why most people stay broke, even when they make good money. Pattern number 7, income doesn't build wealth. Behavior does. You can make $40,000 and get rich. You can make $200,000 and stay broke. The difference? Habits. Just imagine two people. Person A makes $60,000, saves and invests consistently. Person B makes $150,000, spends everything, upgrades lifestyle constantly. Guess who wins long term? Not even close. The problem is this. People think, once I make more money, I'll start building wealth. No, you'll just scale your bad habits. Buffett's life is worth billions and still lives relatively simply. Not because he has to, but because his habit is accumulation, not consumption. And now we get to the part that completely flips how you see money. Because this next pattern, this is where people either break out financially or stay stuck forever. Pattern number 8, consistency beats intelligence every time. Let's kill a myth real quick. You do not need to be smart to get rich. You don't need a finance degree, insider knowledge, a genius IQ. Buffett himself has said, you don't need to be brilliant, just rational. A smart person who's inconsistent will lose to an average person who's consistent every single time. For example, person A reads 10 finance books, knows everything about investing, talks a lot, does little. Person B knows the basics, invests every week, doesn't overthink. Fast forward 15 years. Person B is wealthy. Person A is still learning. The truth is, information doesn't build wealth. Execution does. And here's why people fail here, because learning feels productive. It feels like progress, but it's safe. Taking action? That's uncomfortable, that's slow, that's uncertain. So people stay stuck in preparation mode forever. And this next pattern, this one is sneaky, because you won't even realize it's happening, but it's quietly draining your ability to build wealth. Pattern number 9, you're programmed for consumption, not wealth. From the moment you wake up, you're being trained to spend. Ads, social media, lifestyle content. Upgrade your life messaging. Everything around you is saying, spend more, look better, live bigger. But wealth requires the opposite. You're trying to build wealth in a system designed to keep you consuming. For example, let's say you get a raise. Instead of investing it, you upgrade your car, your apartment, your lifestyle. Now you're back to zero. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it quietly kills wealth. Buffett didn't fall into this trap. He focused on owning assets, not showing status. So here's what I want you to do. Stop asking, what can I buy? Start asking, what can I own that pays me? Now, this next one. This is where things get uncomfortable because it exposes why most people stay stuck, even when they know what to do. Pattern number 10. Most people start, but never stay. Starting is easy. You feel motivated, you're excited, you're ready to change. But staying consistent, that's where people disappear. People start investing. Stop after a few months, restart later, stop again. Over and over and over. What this does is it resets your progress every time. It's like going to the gym, getting in shape, then quitting, then starting over again. You never build momentum. Buffett didn't restart. He didn't pause. He didn't take breaks. He stayed consistent for decades. Most people treat wealth like a phase. Buffett treated it like a lifelong habit. And now we get to something powerful, because once you understand this next pattern, you'll realize why some people accelerate fast while others feel stuck forever. Pattern number 11. Momentum is invisible until it's unstoppable. Here's the part that messes with people mentally. Momentum doesn't feel like momentum. At the beginning, it feels like you're doing all this work for nothing. You're investing, you're saving, you're being disciplined, and your account barely moves. So your brain goes, why am I even doing this? But what you don't see is that your money is stacking layers, quietly, behind the scenes. Think of it like pushing a massive boulder. At first, it barely moves, feels heavy, feels pointless, feels slow. But once it starts rolling, it becomes almost impossible to stop. That's exactly how compounding works. In the early stages, you're not earning money from your money. You're just building the base. But eventually, your money starts earning money, and that money starts earning money. And suddenly, you're not the one doing the work anymore. This is the moment most people never reach, because they quit right before the shift. Here's the breakpoint nobody talks about. There's always a moment where things flip, where growth speeds up, results become noticeable, progress feels real. But here's the catch. You can't predict exactly when it happens. So people get frustrated and they quit at 80% of the journey when they were this close to the breakthrough. Here's your mistake. People confuse no visible progress with no progress at all. Huge mistake, because the biggest growth is happening when it looks like nothing is happening. Bottom line, stop chasing visible results. Start trusting invisible progress. Because once momentum kicks in, everything changes. Wealth doesn't explode overnight. It builds silently, then shows up all at once. And once that momentum finally hits, that's when people start asking, how did they do it so fast? But now you know the truth. It wasn't fast. They just didn't quit when it was slow. Pattern number 12. Build systems, not willpower. Let's be real for a second. You are not going to feel disciplined every day. Some days you'll be motivated. Most days you'll feel tired, distracted, or just not in the mood. And that's exactly why relying on willpower is a losing strategy. Because willpower is emotional. And emotions, they change constantly. When your finances depend on how you feel, you get inconsistent results. You invest when you're motivated, you skip when you're not. You plan when you're inspired, and ignore it when life gets busy. That's not a system, that's chaos. A system removes you from the equation. No thinking, no debating, no, I'll do it later. It just happens. Here's a simple example. Let's say every paycheck hits your account, and automatically 20% gets invested. 10% goes to savings. The rest is yours. You didn't decide that in the moment. You decided it once, and the system executes it forever. That's how wealthy people operate. This is so powerful because it removes your biggest enemy, decision-making. Every time you have to decide, you create a chance to fail. Should I invest this week? Maybe I'll wait. I'll start next month. That's how people lose years. You don't need more discipline. You need fewer decisions. Because the less you think about it, the more consistent you become. Buffett didn't wake up every day asking, should I invest today? He built a framework where investing was the default behavior, and that's why he wins. And here's where it gets crazy. A good system doesn't just help you once. It helps you every week, every month, every year without extra effort. So while other people are starting, stopping, restarting, you're stacking progress automatically. Basically, this is when you stop being someone who tries and become someone who just does. No hype, no emotion, no excuses. You don't build wealth by trying harder. You build wealth by making it impossible to fail. And once your system is locked in, everything starts to feel easier. Because now you're not relying on motivation anymore. You're running on autopilot. Pattern number 13. You don't build wealth. You become someone who does. Here's the part nobody talks about because it's not sexy and it doesn't sell courses. But it's the truth. Wealth isn't built from strategies. It's built from identity. Because your results always match who you believe you are. The problem is that most people are trying to build wealth with the identity of someone who spends money. They say, I want to be rich. But their behavior says, I'm someone who consumes. And those two don't match. I mean, think about it. Let's say you get extra money. If your identity is a spender, you spend it. A saver, you hold it. An investor, you grow it. Same money, different identity, completely different outcome. They stay stuck because they focus on what to do instead of who they need to become. They chase tactics, they copy strategies, they try new methods, but they never upgrade their identity. So what happens? They keep repeating the same financial behavior at a higher level. More income, same habits, same results. Buffett doesn't think like a consumer. He thinks like an owner. Every dollar to him isn't something to spend. It's something that can produce more dollars. That's a completely different game. Your identity drives your actions. Your actions create your results. Your results reinforce your identity. So if nothing changes, nothing changes. Stop asking, what should I do with money? Start asking, what would a wealthy person do with this? That one question will rewire your behavior instantly. Seriously, let's say you walk into a store. You see something you want, old identity. I deserve this. New identity. Does this make me richer or just look richer? That's the shift. Once you adopt this identity, you stop forcing discipline. Because now, investing feels normal. Saving feels automatic. Spending becomes intentional. You're not trying anymore. You become it. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your identity. So if your identity doesn't change, your income won't save you. Your strategy won't save you. Nothing will. And once this identity locks in, everything we talked about starts to connect. The boring habits, the consistency, the systems, the patience, it all becomes effortless. Because now you're not building wealth anymore. You're just being the person who does. But now the question is, will you actually stick with it? Or will you do what most people do? Start, stop, and stay stuck. If this opened your eyes even the slightest, comment the words, boring wins. Make sure to join the Stealth Wealth Society so I know you're thinking long-term now. And if you want to take this even further, you need to understand the next level of this game. Because building wealth is one thing. Keeping it and multiplying it, that's a different skill. Click this next video right here. The silent money moves rich people make daily. Trust me, if you like this one, that video will change how you see money forever.